Totoro, Totoro, he's my best friend. Is that how the song goes?
You took my song! I was gonna sing it!
Sing it now, bitch. Hi, I've never seen a single Studio Ghibli porn in my life.
Whoa.
Annie.
And I'm on the wrong part of the internet, Minty.
And the FunUntitled, where we serve every podcaster an FU.
So we're starting our adult journey to rewatch, or maybe just see in the first time, all the Studio Ghibli movies. And we start off with Totoro, which I would think is like one of the most popular, or at least the most like commercial, branding, merchandise one of them all.
The man is the logo for Studio Ghibli. Yeah, I think Totoro plays a big part.
And the one that Annie had to watch when they were in college and made me watch it, Spirited Away.
No, that's not the story. The story was that our uncle, who doesn't have kids, took me and to see Spirited Away, and I watched it with him, and then I ate hot dogs and rice at his house.
Why did we watch it as adults?
I made you watch it because we finally had it streaming, and I was like, this won an Oscar, you know.
Spirited Away won an Oscar?
First animated film to win an Oscar, be it Toy Story.
Holy shit.
So, if you don't know what Studio Ghibli is, leave. I cannot help you.
It's hard to explain.
A man named Miyazaki.
That's
his name.
Hayao.
That's probably Hayao.
Hayao Miyazaki.
His name is definitely Miyazaki.
Definitely Miyazaki. Because I always thought it was just called Miyazaki films.
Made a bunch of movies, and he is a god at animating. But I do think he thinks anime is a mistake.
At least that's what the meme says.
So the meme is, on the left side, like, draws pure, happy, heartwarming movies, is Miyazaki, the most miserable man in Japan. And the other side draws the most horrifying, creepiest shit, is the happiest man in Japan, Junji Ito.
Junji Ito! Could you imagine if there was a whole Junji Ito movie?
Could you imagine if there was a Junji Ito Miyazaki collab? Like if Junji Ito animated No Face?
That'd be freaky. That'd be so freaky. Because No Face is already this terrifying creature. And then to like Junji Ito it, that would be super hella creepy.
So yes, join us on our journey to watch every, I don't know, popular Studio Ghibli
we're watching them all.
film, starting with these two.
At least whatever's on Max.
First, we go into Totoro, where we hear the song Totoro. Now, if I saw this as a child, I don't remember shit from it. I don't remember shit for shit. All of it was new to me.
And it's basically Mei and Satsuki, I think Mei's the smaller one actually, moved to the countryside with their dad, who's a professor, and their mom basically lives in the hospital because that's just how sick she is.
I don't understand, because the dad lives in Tokyo, and the mom, I guess, is in a country hospital. So, like, either A, that's the only hospital in the world that could treat her condition in the country bumpkins, or B, it's the only hospital they could afford?
My assumption is that hospital bills are high, and she's at a good hospital because otherwise they would just visit her all the time, but they don't. Dad needs a good job to upkeep hospital bills, so the only way they can save money is to downgrade the house.
Gotcha.
That's my assumption. But it's a very cute story because it's basically they moved to this countryside, they have really nice neighbors, and then one of the neighbors is the fantasy creatures of like the, what do they call it? The smog dust?
Oh, I don't know.
The smog gremlins?
The charcoals? The suits? I thought you were talking about what species Totoro is.
No, Totoro's his name.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or if there's Pokemon rules that they say then species name. But yeah, and the Totoros. And you get to this scene where like the mom was supposed to come home, but she doesn't because she's just too sick. And Annie kept telling me, this is where the mom dies.
Because if you know anything about Totoro, the rumor is the movie's actually about like human trafficking. And like long time ago, I read someone's analysis being like, oh, don't you see? These woodland creatures are taking advantage of these little girls grieving for their dead mother, and then they're gonna whisk them away to be human traffickers. Which like none of that happened.
That's like if film theory just had no evidence and just wanted to do their own shit.
Are you talking about game theory's Persona 4 theory? Oh shit, shot fired. No, but so like at every point I was like, yeah, you know, I think the mom's dead. And then like, nope, we're visiting her in the hospital. Like, okay. Oh my god, we got a telegram from the doctor. This is it, Minty. This is where the mom died. No, she's still alive. Okay, she's just a common cold.
I mean, Totoro's a very G-rated children's movie. But it gets to like this intense part where the mom doesn't come home, Satsuki and Mei gets into this big fight, and Mei, who's 4-year-old, basically runs away and nobody can find her. And then they had this whole scene of like the elderly neighbor woman found a sandal, and I was like, oh god, it's her. And then Sasuke has to run back and be like, no, it's not her.
Y'all can stop looking inside the weird irrigation system. She didn't fall in the water. Like, okay, but we're just gonna look because like it's kind of dirty down here.
I'm surprised realize Satsuki didn't go to Totoro first, but I guess technically they've only met Totoro like once or twice at this point.
Also, you don't want to take advantage of your neighbors, you know? Like, you grew a tree together and what, now you're gonna impose?
I don't know. It seemed like Totoro invaded their dreams, told them a forest has grown. When actually it was just like little sprouts.
See, this movie is funny because at first it's like, oh, are these girls imagining it? Because look, these little trees are just sprouts. And like, oh my god, you lost the umbrella. That could have happened anywhere. And the dad was especially fucking with them kids. Like, oh, you must have saw the charcoal shoots. And the granny's like, yep, definitely the charcoal spirits. Like, wait, shit, I made that up. But at the end, the girls actually get the coin to the mom. So it's like, maybe this jank-ass coin is the definitive proof Totoro and Cat Bus exist.
You know, it's weird. Actually, there's quite a bit of movies that does this, where like, does the kids actually go and meet these fantastical creatures, or is it all in their mind? Because Pan's Labyrinth was very much like that too. But I think like there's a scene where the kid gets locked in the room in Pan's Labyrinth, and he gets out of it because there's a small door underneath the bed. So the theory is like it's real because there's no way the kid could have gotten out of the room otherwise. But anyways, back to Totoro. So it's a super cute movie.
It's definitely what I'm going to coin right now, an ASMR movie where you watch it and like a lot of things look nice, you know?
Now compare that to Spirited Away.
No, wait, I want to talk about one thing about Totoro. There's no point where it's like, oh, only children can see these little things. And I was like, I was taught that my whole life, that only children can see Totoro.
Totoro.
And maybe if that is the case, I'm just too old, because there's 2 times in the movie I was screaming because I was like, hey, you dumb shit kids, you're doing things wrong. The first time was when the dad came home and like the 2 girls like, carry me. It's like, he just finished a long day of work. What are you doing? And the second time it's like, oh wow, this cat bus is going to take us to see our mom. Like, what are you doing? You have a literal whole village looking for this little girl. Like, give her a heads up, like, you know, when you're in the cat bus, like, by the way, I found me.
Cat Bus is busy. Cat Bus gotta go.
Cat bus got balls.
Cat Bus does have balls.
And now we can go to Spirited Away.
So compared to Spirited Away, I feel like it's definitely for like an older audience. Like, because I think Totoro is 1988 and Spirited Away is 2001. So the audience that are older, it's about Chihiro who's moving with her parents to a new town, but they take a shortcut and they find themselves in the fantastical land of, I don't know, fantasy, right? And so Chihiro loses her parents to become pigs, and now she's forced to work at the bathhouse, and to work at the bathhouse, she has to change her name to Sen, and she's basically working for Baba Yaga. They don't call her Baba Yaga, but I don't know what her real name is because I can only think of Baba Yaga.
Bibbidi bobbidi.
And she's helped by Haku, and the whole story is basically about
Capitalism.
no, I mean kind of.
I mean, if you think about it, the parents came, they ate a bunch of food, they didn't pay for it. They didn't have that ghost money.
They said they would.
Daddy's got credit cards. And then Chihiro lost her identity and had to be called named Sen, just like what capitalism does to you. It takes all your shit away from you. And this poor dragon Haku, he's like, what? How did he lose his home and his memories? That's right, capitalism. They concrete over the river he was living in.
I don't think the movie's about capitalism, as funny as that would say, but it does have a big theme of identity, right? Like, you took Sen's identity away so that way she could be enslaved to capitalism. Haku lost his identity when they pulled over. Even that other river spirit lost his identity when there was so much pollution inside of him.
That baby lost his identity when he got turned into a mouse.
Right. And like, which sister do you believe in? No Face had no identity. He had to steal other people's identities and personalities. That way, once capitalism took over, he could eat them. It's like, that movie is so great to watch. I love being transported to a new world.
I love the bath scene so much with the whole pouring the water in. Like, I don't know why. I love bathtubs with lids in it. There's a scene, if y'all know it, like, let me know in the comments. It's literally a scene in an anime where they're cleaning up a bathtub that has a lid on it. And I know it's not much to go on, but it was very satisfying to watch.
It happened in Totoro.
I didn't clean it.
No, but they had the bath with the lid on it, and you were like, oh, my dream.
Case closed, or Detective Conan kind of ruined that dream just a little. They had a bathtub with a lid on it. Like, hell yeah. And they like took the lid off and there was a bunch of tomatoes. And I was like, oh, hell no.
Oh, the modern one.
Yeah, the modern one.
Okay.
And I was like, get those tomatoes out of there, you know? And then a dead body was in it.
There's a lot of dead bodies in bathtub.
But with lids?
I feel like there was one with like a traditional bathtub.
Yeah, the one with the 2 sisters. That had a traditional bathtub.
With a dead body in the bathtub?
Well, her arm was in it.
I mean, an arm was in it.
That's the one with the, they mixed the 2 chemical cleaners and like...
Oh, No, that's not what I mean. Anything else you'd like to say about Spirited Away before you rudely interrupt me when I try to transition topic?
I feel like you didn't talk about how cute Chihiro and Kohaku was as a couple.
They are actually very cute, and especially how they're like, oh, it's, like resolved by true love. I don't know why. Like, Disney does it, and it's a little cliche. Studio Ghibli does it, and it's like super cute. But it's also kind of sad because it's like they don't get to be together in the end. Because I think I heard of this long time ago where like Japan, when it comes to couples happy ending, it's not about like the PDA, it's about the loyalty and staying together forever.
Oh shit, were you there when Fairy Tail ended?
Yeah, because that's why a lot of animes end like that. I mean, not like animes don't have kissing scenes, obviously, but it's much more of an American thing to be like, oh, we just survived this, we kiss, and then it implies happily ever after, when really the sequel is like, she's dating someone new now.
Hey, Tangled, they end with a kiss. My first kiss went a little like this.
I don't know, National Treasure. Nicolas Cage wasn't with the lady anymore.
Was it a National Treasure 2?
I think that's 3.
Oh my god, we gotta watch them
There's
and make
definitely 2,
videos.
because I remember the first one being really good, and I think the second one only had one good joke. It was basically like Nicolas Cage had to stick his hand in, like, basically imagine like a rock structure with a hole, and he had to stick his hand in, and then he was like, ah! I was like, no, I'm just kidding.
Oh, it's that famous like face where like you don't have a pure heart and you put your hand in it, it'll bite your hand off.
I guess.
Some shit.
Anyway, to the meat of it. Not only are we rewatching and reviewing these Ghibli, because they're all great, let's be honest. I mean, some better than others, obviously, or at least more popular than others, but we're also ranking them from a score of 1 to 10 and figuring out which is our favorite and best Ghibli movies. Not say the worst, but maybe just to our least favorites. And I think the numbers will change as we continuously watch movies, because I think like right now, like I'm okay with my numbers, but I don't know if I'm like happy with the numbers because I haven't rewatched enough yet. Because again, this is the first 2.
Personally, I think we set the bar too high. Because after these 2 movies, I can't imagine anyone is gonna reach the same levels.
No, I think in my mind, Kiki was the best one as a kid, and that's the one I remember. But obviously, like Howl's Moving Castle and maybe Princess Mononoke is talked about a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
I do remember not liking Ponyo.
We all know the only 2 movies I remember before this whole rewatch, well, I guess 3 movies, was Kiki Delivery Service, Spirited Away, and Ponyo. And I wish I didn't watch Ponyo.
Ponyo.
So, round 1 of arbitrary categories before we could do like the legit rating. Round 1, which one would you buy the merch of? Totoro or Spirited Away?
Totoro's so cute.
Right.
Despite having human teeth, which was a real turn off when I saw it, I was like, whoa, no wonder no one ever draws his mouth open.
He smiles.
Yeah, I also don't like that either. He has that weird, like, ear-to-ear grin.
Yeah, shit-eating grin. Round 2, who had the better female protagonist?
Ooh, that's an interesting question. Because they're very similar in a lot of ways, right? They're both like adolescent girls trying to do more for their family in a very weird situation. Obviously, Chihiro's in a much more dangerous situation with much more stakes, right? Because Mei was just lost. It was just the idea that she might be like drowned in a pool. But like Chihiro actually was gonna lose her parents and they were gonna get eaten. But obviously, Satsuki is much more like happy and optimistic, and Chihiro is more of a pessimist, or maybe it's more idealistic and like not gonna take happy bullshit from her parents. So in terms of which is better, I want to give it just to Chihiro just because she had to go through more shit. But Satsuki's gotta be younger.
Yeah, Sasuke's definitely. I think she's like 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, Spirited Away much sucks ass. Protagonist, I actually like Sasuke personality-wise, but I'm not gonna deny Chihiro and her relationships with like the hot sister character, the spider dude, the charcoal shoes, and Kohaku.
Fair
and
enough.
Mouse Baby.
Mouse baby was cute.
Although it would be really cute to see Sasuke interact with all those fuckers.
She'd just be okay with everything.
Yeah, it's like, oh cool, you have multiple arms. You want me like hold your hand? Okay, final one. You ready, Minty?
Yeah.
On a scale 1 to 10, what do you think of Totoro?
I put Totoro as a 7.
Wow. Oh my god. I put 8.
I originally had it as an 8.
But what happened? The fact that Totoro was only there for 5 minutes of the hour-and-a-half movie?
No, because I wanted Spirited Away as 8, and I thought Spirited Away is better than Totoro.
Because of the plot, right?
Yeah, because Totoro is meant for children, and it's clearly meant for children, and like it's super cute, and there's nothing to change it. It's just as an older person, I got more from watching Spirited Away, because Totoro has a big theme of belonging, of where to be, and Spirited Away is about identity and the consequences and the importance of having one or losing one.
I put Spirited Away at 9.
I was thinking about doing that too. Totoro's 8 and Spirited Away as 9. Because what I really love about Spirited Away, not only is that like it has much more mature theme, but is that it actually really takes you to a new world. Totoro is basically you fly around a tree, which is fine because Cat Bus is super cute. But like besides looking at Cat Bus balls, what am I seeing in the world? I mean, I kind of do wish it was what the theory was if the mom died and Cat Bus took them away to Totoro world, but that's not how it is. And again, nothing I would change about Totoro. But Spirited Away, I also don't want to put the numbers too high yet because I know how popular Howl's Moving Castle is. And I don't know if, I mean, what is like community-wise the best Ghibli movie? Because I feel like I've heard a lot of good things about Spirited Away, but people don't shut up about Howl's Moving Castle. And people just like Totoro.
I feel like for me, people don't shut up about Princess Mononoke.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen the meme. You're beautiful.
You see the one where like I think like someone shoots an arrow at the dude catches the arrow and like uses the same arrow and shoots it back at the dude that shot at him.
Ooh, that's cool.
But okay, Spirited Away, I put it 9 because I think it's like for the most part the perfect movie. Like I always love the scene where she's running across that pipe to get to Kohaku. I thought that was like a really nice animation.
That's your favorite scene?
No, I'm just saying it's one of the scenes I think about a lot just because it was drawn really well. Obviously, the one I'm thinking my favorite scene is the falling. It's like, I remember you're the Kohaku River. I lost my shoe once. Do you still have it? And Kohaku's like, oh, so I say Chester McBad was like, no, I don't have it. Shut the fuck up. But the reason why I give it a 9 out of 10 is because I do think it's weird that Chihiro and Kohaku are in love. Because it seemed like there's like a weird savior complex happening here. You saved my shoe. You helped me with my parents. I love you. And like Kohaku's like, I just like you because girl.
I mean, to be fair though, she does all the work. Like she really is the one who gets herself out of the situation. In fact, she shouldn't even seen Baba Yaga's sister. That was all Kohaku, and she's like, well, I'm just gonna help you then. Never in a Disney princess movie does she help him.
That's fair. It still seemed a little rushed to me.
I mean, sure, but again, it's all in one movie.
It's all in one movie.
I mean, a 9 is a really good score.
I mean, yeah, hell. I think another thing is that, like, No Face kind of bored me. Like, I'm not saying the part was bad. I just think that if he wasn't built on enough, then this dude with no identity. But maybe that's the thing where, like, I didn't watch, like, the film analysis of what No Face was supposed to represent.
I mean, I think that's just what it is, right? No identity. Like, why we follow Chihiro when she had to go to see the sister?
You're saying he's a leech.
I think he's, like, the representation of finding yourself. I just think it was so funny when Lynn's, like, in the boat trying to take Chihiro to the fucking station. And she was like, No Face, you wanna come? And she's like, fucking, after everything we went through, you're bringing him along.
And then Yaribaba's sister's like, oh, you pissed off my sister? Yeah, you can stay here.
I like that moxie.
I remember one scene was screaming me. Again, we are adults now. We are not children. It's when that fighter dude's like, oh, I was saving these tickets all these years. 40 years for tickets. And like Lynn also wants to get out of there, but she needs to save up money. And like Chihiro's like, yeah, one for me, one for the bird, one for the mouse, and one for that fucker just for fun. It's like, Chihiro, you saved that up for years. Come on, man.
To be fair though, when was he gonna use it?
I don't know, his prime time, his retirement. I guess he is a demon. Maybe 40 years is like nothing.
You know, you're right? Sounds like a lot to us, but to that could just be like 4 years. Kind of a lot, but he would live another 4 years, quote unquote, right? Or 40.
Like that spider guy was like, that's my granddaughter. And Lynn was like, you fuck a human? What's happening here?
Well, wait, Wilson knew. I guess I can ignore the human. Well, a lot of them did actually in the end. There's a scene in Spirited Away where Chihiro has to go up to the top floor to go meet Baba Yaga.
And she runs across the pipe. No, just kidding.
No, go, make your jokes. About 2 unrelated... Wait, are they related scenes?
No. There's just 2 scenes where she has to get to Yaribaba's room.
Anyway, she's in the elevator with the rabbit, and they pull the lever, and they get to this floor, and it's just like that traditional Japanese hallway where you see all these like screens, and you can see people's silhouette. And I made a joke being like, this is the orgy room. And then the radish immediately like takes them up to the top floor, and I'm like, oh shit, it may have really been a bad room. Because he basically dropped Chihiro off and like, you don't get to see where I go. No one gets to snitch on me. And goes back down, I'm assuming. I thought that was funny.
Hey, wait a second. You know how like there was that river deity who had all the gunk inside him?
Right.
And he had the river deity medicine?
Right.
Is that why he had Kohaku? Because they're both river deities?
Oh shit.
I don't know, I just put that together right now. I think Kohaku's the only one who could have like appreciated it.
Kohaku's like, man, there's a little gunk in my teeth, but it's the best damn thing I've ever eaten in my life.
Oh, is this a Genki ball? The thing they throw in rivers to purify it? Oh, hell yeah.
Is that what it is?
No, it's not. I don't know what it is. My cousin made a Genki ball and she was telling me about it, and I was like, Don't talk to me, minor.
Do you have a favorite scene in Totoro?
The bathtub. No. I
Gross.
think my favorite scene in Totoro. I just liked all the scenes where they're hanging out with the dad.
Those are cute.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, besides like the
didn't even
waiting at the
give it-
bus stop.
Yeah, I didn't even give a shit about Totoro, to be honest.
I like the scene where, you know, Totoro's very like excited with the big drops going on him.
Oh.
I don't know, but also one of my favorite scenes was like when Mei couldn't stop saying I want mommy home and Sasuke trying to put a brave face being like, shut the fuck up. And then Mei starts crying like, you're so mean to me. I almost wanted to cry for her. It was so sad. Her once was so pure.
Hey, my younger sibling energy went, yeah, Brett, cry.
You'll get everything you want. And the credits was super cute.
Because the credits with the mom came back and you thought, who is that woman?
I didn't pay attention close enough.
And then there was a new baby, and I'm like, third sibling? Third sibling.
They put too many kids in the credits though. I wish I was just focused on the four of them and like Totoro's.
Yeah. Or that weird boy that was there for no reason.
Yeah, but I guess it's supposed to symbolize like she's living a good life in the countryside.
Oh, maid friend. You think it's weird that they can hire a maid?
The granny?
Yeah, I'd wait till the granny
I
was
don't
the
think she
maid.
hired her. I think she's just helping because she knows the situation is tough.
That's Japan's way of offering your family a casserole.
Maybe she's the landowner.
Oh.
I did think it was weird when they started pushing on that pole and all that debris fell on them. I was like, this is unsafe.
You know what? Spirited Away, actually my favorite scene, not involving Kohaku because I'm a whore, is the one where the spirit shoots, they like, one of them got like crumpled by a charcoal, so Chihiro brought it to the the furnace for it, and they're all like, oh, do our jobs now. And then the spider guy's like, shut the fuck up!
That was funny.
And then it's like, dinner time! And shoot a capetto candy at them.
Campetto.
You always forget those little black shoots came from Totoro first because you always see those little black shoots with the capetto.
Oh, yeah.
You think they're gonna be in every movie?
I don't know if that's every movie, but does Ghibli?
Cinematic universe?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Because there's other crossovers. I can't remember what though.
Totoro's in every movie.
I think Catbus is in another movie.
Is he?
I think so.
Cat's Return.
Oh my god. Anyway, that's Totoro versus Spirited Away. Wait till next time we have time to watch 2 more Ghibli movies. So I think I won a little bet. So I think it's most likely Kiki and Howl's.
I'm just saying. If you do Howl's Moving Castle and Princess Mononoke, we could have a cinematic of, hey, this one's supposed to be the most talked about movies. Yours versus mine.
I guess we'll see what happens.
We'll see.